Nanti ini kalau memang dari pihak malam itu ini oh saya
Oh, Yeah, the dressing I black, the better black is to come to the board. You cannot be that without the other you have. Maneno yako na bwana mara ndio kanua kushiro. Inungamibia joba. You know black. And okay, too much men. Yeah, I don't think I might do this. I that's simple, but it is just simple that they open the religion. Me and my brother, when you are like going to for the AA, that means then now for my papa I would get to the zone and this already about when to live back and now I have to do. Can you remember my voice to go back? Udazani. bila umana ngaika. All of the husband, yeah, all of the husband, sasa mimi wala baba zangu namba bypass ndio ambaye sasa ndio basi mtu bypass ngara mara ngara yeka sio vizuri ai na kati transport ia mbele batika tukako zikira na mwana gada hasa ni program sio bypass na kutezi kwa that's now to go up for 700,000. It's okay. Which is expensive. I always look at me. Friend, me do dula. Mwana mpaka kongie Tanzania, it can be cheap. Namibia. Basa agana ngomo chasu basi zatsira. Amsize kumocha banjama akubawo. Amsize kumocha basi.
International supply chain management. Where did you start?
Trade agreement.
Trade agreements. Okay, so we start. We are to start trade agreements.
No, we started this. Now we discuss free trade agreement.
Oh.
Example, trade agreement really is our impact of trade agreement.
Okay. Okay, the impact of trade agreement. Okay, we looked at the FTA, NAFTA, EU, what, the examples, of trade agreement. Okay. Alright, so after we saw the three types of agreements, we saw unilateral trade agreements, bilateral trade agreements, and multilateral trade agreements. After we saw this one, then we went further to look at the examples of them. So we saw them actually. Now, the impact of trade agreements. Basically, these trade agreements, they are there to ensure that there is always free flow of trade, or there is a smooth flow of trade between or among countries that are in agreement, isn't it? So normally that is what happens with the trade agreement. So one benefit of these trade agreements is that the acceleration of international trade. Acceleration of international trade. When we say accelerating, it simply means moving forward and probably faster. Moving forward and probably faster. So these trade agreements enable international trade or cross-border trade between countries or among countries to be done faster and of course in a smooth manner. So that's one thing. And these trade agreements allow importers to access lower cost goods. So it allows the exporters to access lower cost goods, and of course a wider variety of goods. Lower cost and a wider variety of goods. What happens? This allows lower cost goods to flow more freely. So free trade agreements allow low cost goods to flow freely, even through higher cost partner countries. But since there is an agreement, those goods can always flow freely. Therefore, giving the people in a recipient country access to wide variety of goods. we are discussing international supply chain management. Now, on this one, last time we introduced trade policies, we discussed those ones, and then we went further to discuss trade agreements, and we saw the three types of agreements. So anyway, just a recap. When we are saying trade agreements, these are agreements between countries to do trade amongst themselves or between themselves. So it can be a trade agreement between a country and another country, or it can be a trade agreement between a country and multiple countries, and so on and so forth. So that arrangement to trade with each other is now what we call, and is a friendly agreement between a country and a country. This one is what we call a trade agreement. It allows their people to trade freely. So these trade agreements, last time we saw that we have three types of them. We have a unilateral trade agreement, bilateral trade agreement, and multilateral trade agreement. These are arrangements that are signed by countries so that their people can always do trade amongst themselves. So, for example, a bilateral trade agreement can be an agreement between a country and another country. Let's say Malawi and Zambia, you sit down and discuss, and you agree that we trade with each other. Your people will be going this side, and your people will also be going this side. Whereas in a multilateral setup is an agreement that is signed among a group of countries. It can either be at a global level or in a regional level. So we have this what we call regional trade blocks. Regional trade blocks, these are groups of countries that will always agree on particular issues. So in this case, we are talking about agreement regarding the trade. So we have such blocks, for example, here. We have the SADC trade block. We have COMESA trade block. In East Africa, we have EAC. Of course, in West Africa, we have ECOWAS, and so on and so forth. So these groups, they always sit down among themselves and say, guys, you know what, when it comes to trade, let us remove some of these barriers. Let us remove some of these issues that are slowing down our trade in this region. The idea is to make sure that all the countries in that particular group should accelerate economically and financially. They should move forward, they should prosper, they should excel. That's the whole idea. So we reduce or remove the barriers to make sure that they should excel. This is what we are discussing here. Now, we were looking at, as we were coming in, the impact of trade agreements. Do these trade agreements have any impact on our respective economies? For example, we are Malawians. Do these trade agreements, being bilateral or multilateral or whatsoever, do they have any impact on us? Are they affecting us positively or are they affecting us negatively? That's what we are discussing here. So we are looking at the positive side of it, that to a great extent they are impacting us positively. Why and how? These trade agreements allow acceleration of international trade. By allowing acceleration of international trade, it means they always allow cross-border trade to be done faster and smooth, thereby pushing it forward, thereby accelerating it. That's it. The second one is it allows the free flow of goods, and actually low-cost goods, thereby making it possible for citizens of those countries involved to have access to wider variety of goods on the market. Why? Because there is a free flow due to the agreement. Let's say if we have a trade agreement between Malawi here and Zambia, for example, and you have agreed, they have agreed with the country that you people will be coming in with their stuff and sell here, and of course our people also be going to that website to sell stuff. It means the citizens or the people staying in these countries will have a wider variety of goods to choose from. Because if it is the Malawian community, that is, we have our own goods that are produced here. At the same time, we also have an inflow of Zambian goods onto the same market. So it means for us, we have access to choose from. Even there also, if we were to export ours to that country, even citizens of that country or people staying in that country will have access to a wider variety of goods. So that one is another advantage. Now, when you look at these trade agreements, at times they remove tariffs. Tariffs are some taxes that are always attached to some cross-border trade trading operations or activities. So there are always some tariffs that are attached in there, or some taxes that are attached in there. Now, when countries are signing trade agreements, normally they touch those areas. Our people are suffering because of such a tax and of course such a tax. Tax. So those taxes are what we call tariffs. Now, why can't we remove them? They remove. So that removal of taxes, it motivates more traders to even do more. They say, no, there are no tariffs that we can move freely. So by encouraging these traders or business operators, both countries, they get more revenue. Because if it is Malawians, now they are able to go to Zambia or Tanzania to do, since there are no tariffs, definitely at the end of the day, they will bring in some revenue into our country. That side is something. So the individual business people, they benefit. At the same time, even the government also benefit. Now we are told, trade agreements do not just reduce or eliminate tariffs. They also help to address behind the border barriers that would otherwise impede the flow of goods and services, encourage investment and improve the rules affecting such issues. Okay, when we say behind the border barriers, what are these barriers? Those are the borders. The barriers that are there are to do with probably the taxes, the tariffs, and the duties, and all those other things. Those are some of the border issues we always encounter there, and they can delay, they can discourage, they can demotivate, they can frustrate, and so on and so forth. But now they say behind the border barriers, that can otherwise impede the flow of goods and services. What can be some of those behind the border barriers? Behind the border barriers, what are some of those things? Okay, apart from the usual tariffs that we know, the taxes, duty, customs, and all that, we have also issues to do with restrictions of some specific goods to be transported in a particular region or else transported into a particular region. There are some restrictions that may exist in different countries for one reason or the other. So when there is a trade agreement, even those restrictions that you encounter along the way are always minimized or removed. There can be barriers such as that of saying no livestock are allowed to be sold in this particular area, or else are not supposed to pass through this particular area. So while the border issues, you have dealt with them and you're okay, but while in transit, you can also meet those situations. You can meet the roadblocks or checkpoints where they say, no, you're not supposed to travel with this kind of goods in this area. We're not supposed to bring this one and sell them in here. Please go back, or we are going to arrest you. Those are some of the things that are not to do with the border of entry or whatsoever, but probably traveling and selling whatever is selling in that particular territory. Now, whenever there is an agreement, such kind of barriers are always minimized, reduced, and actually at times removed completely. So it is believed that countries that are open to international trade tend to grow faster, innovate, improve productivity, provide high income and more opportunities to their people. Open trade also benefits lower income households by offering consumers more affordable goods and services. In the past, before the coming in of this what we call trade liberalization, where traders are free to operate from wherever they are to wherever they want to go. Before the coming in of this one, many countries, for example, Malawi itself, it was very difficult to access some goods and services because we were confined to probably limited trading partners. It's either we produce our own and exchange amongst ourselves, or they were limited trade partners. For example, South Africa has been a long time trading pattern. So probably we trade with that one. So if you were to see new things on the market or better things on the market, or if you were to see diversity, then it was goods from South Africa and probably Zimbabwe. Other than that, it was very difficult. That's why some of us, when we were smoking, to even access toys, it wasn't a small thing. It wasn't a small thing. It was for those children of the rich people. Because even to access a toy, it was something very scarce. Now, with the coming in of liberalization and many goods are flooding our markets, let's say from China and all, toys are all over. If you go to the marketplace, you go one corner, wherever you go, you find that toys are all over there. And children of today, they don't even know how to make those gardens summer vibes. We used to make those ones and try them. Because kubeza matoi nini only with treasure, it was difficult. Goods were not there. We didn't have access since our economies were closed. But now we have an open economy, so we are able to access different kinds of goods, even those low income earners. However, such trade agreements that countries always sign, they also have some negative bearings. They have weaknesses or disadvantages. Now, one of the most outstanding disadvantage of trade agreements is that they make some less fortunate companies or less successful companies to go out of business. They make less successful companies to go out of business. It is easy for these less successful companies to be killed automatically due to stiff competition or from fierce competitors. Due to trade agreements and of course the policies of liberalization, traders from elsewhere, we are saying, are at liberty to come and do their businesses here. Of course, we are also at liberty to go and do businesses wherever those people are coming from. That's liberalization. But unfortunately, it is only those with stronger muscles, that is financial muscles, that are able to dominate the market, thereby killing the less successful ones, the weaker ones, the smaller ones. That's what is happening. So that is one disadvantage or one challenge associated with Trump. In fact, one weakness of this trade agreement thing. They can't compete with more powerful, a more powerful industry in a foreign country. These weaker ones. Now then, I always cite examples of our local companies that were previously promising, but over time, due to the coming in of major players, they died a natural death. Actually, others are still there at the time. A good example is the retailer in Malawi here. We had people's, okay, it used to be called PTC, right, back in the day. And that one was a state entity. And it was a promising one because back in the day, people would always brag. If my just on PTC effect. If you haven't got on PTC, you know, PTC, so, PTC, that was one of those promising retailers, local retailers, so to say. But now, with liberalization and these trade agreements, free trade agreements, there came major players, and one of them being Shoprite, as it is. When those ones came onto the scene, the situation completely changed. People, it started with us, actually. We were like, oh, that's what we calculate with Shoprite. Everybody would also go there. We decided those other local ones, we went into this one. Eventually, we realized that these ones were coming in. They had high quality products. And at times their prices were a bit flexible somehow. So, by and by, those are since they are veterans, they have been in the industry for centuries. They have been in the industry for years. And they have stronger financial muscles. They were able to employ different tactics to outmaneuver the locals. To the point that they pushed them aside and they went further. There they are, and PTC is no longer there on the scene. Why? Because of free trade agreement here. So interestingly, for us who are aspiring to become probably business players, industry players, whoever, we need to be asking ourselves as a country now, right, as a population, what's wrong with us, what is our problem, what is our weakness? To run a bigger business, we always say, no, we need bigger capital and so on and so forth. But that is not always the case. At times we have the capital, we have what it takes, but we still fail to do it. So I don't know, maybe we have to stage ourselves. Good example is the PDC that I mentioned. After that one, struggled to the point of death. We heard there were some people from South Africa. It is a company owned by some Malawians. It was called Takonda Trading or something like that. We heard stories that Takonda Trading has bought PDC. So they are taking over PDC and so on and so forth. But what followed were some controversies. Controversy after controversy. Few months later, only to realize that those outlets are now being operated by Sana, especially over here. Those that were previously owned by PDC are now owned by Sana. Now, Sana guys are Indians. In fact, Asians, I think they are from Pakistan. Those guys, when they were coming in to start operating in Sana, I remember back in the day, around 2010, 2011, they had a small shop just behind, by Jamal Bagaba, shop by Sokachi. That was where their first shop was. It was a small shop. Sana, what is this? But 20 years down the line, you see, not 20 years, almost 10, 12 years or something like that. They have been there, I think 10, 12 years down the line. You see where they are, right? The Shibibu used to be owned by the government. It was a state wholesale. It was actually a wholesale, but now it's a retail, although they sell at a wholesale price. The Asians, they took over. They are the ones running Shibibu. Now you can see how it is flourishing. So now, for us, as a state or the government, you see that we had all those infrastructures. Those buildings were ours. We owned them. Yeah, so I was trying to relate to this unfilled and experience that we always have experience here. We will experience it right here. That I don't know what our problem, but we need to set ourselves and probably at some point we shall change the status quo. But as it remains, it's just unfortunate. So I was saying the retailers that we used to be owned by us as a public are now being owned by some agents and are being successful. The BTC that we're talking about, it has all it had actually the infrastructure, the buildings and everything, and actually the structure, and organizational structure and everything. We had the CEO, the managers, what, you name it. And of course, we had a pool of capital. If it was to get capital money to revamp this one, it wasn't difficult for the government or the BTC to get money from elsewhere and revamp the business. But we have failed. Where are these Indians or Asians when we say 10 years down the line, there they are. Not Shoprite, that one. Sana is that one. They started from scratch. Shibibu is that one. They took over from the government. They are successful. There is another retailer, a new retailer in town, and it's promising to be doing good. Of course, I started as a store based Tutla, if you have observed. The Tutlas used to be wholesalers. In Bologna, they are not so like that in India. But now they are doing retail and they are doing good. For us, we are still down there, we're saying, I don't know what's wrong with us. Anyway, that one aside, but we cannot undermine the free trade factor, that it is also another factor that has contributed to the death of some businesses. Look at the textile industry. We are taught by our fathers and our parents that in the past we used to have a giant company out here that was into textile. It used to be called Deft and Whitehead and Sons, what. But the coming in of foreign players into the market, we are having textile from elsewhere, textile from Tanzania, textile from South Africa, textile from, you name it, Zambia, in fact even Zambia, flooding the market. That one made it difficult for Deft and Whitehead to withstand the heat. Probably that company didn't have stronger financial muscles. That's why they failed. Tactically, they also failed. Strategically, they failed. I'm not so sure if that company is still existing, but what I know is that it declined tremendously from 1994 onwards. Why? Because of the coming of this alarm. That's another disadvantage of free trade agreement. Another biggest criticism of trade agreements is that they are responsible for job outsourcing. They are responsible for job outsourcing. There is an increase in job outsourcing. Now, what are we saying by job outsourcing? A company may be operating here. And now, since they are finding it so costly to import materials from elsewhere, bringing them in here, others may just choose to relocate, and not like relocating the entire facility, but probably some of the functions that they do to another country where they feel they will get the materials easier. Here they are only running away from probably some tariffs, those that are still existing. We should not get ourselves confused that maybe we are contradicting ourselves. Because the trade agreements at times remove tariffs, but they do not remove completely. At times they just reduce the tariffs, so they still exist. Then some businesses may still be not happy with the existing tariffs. Then they will say, why can't we transfer some of our operations to that other country? So that since we also have a market there, then we'll be producing there and selling that side. Now, by doing that, it's like you are taking jobs from here and you are creating jobs in that other country. Therefore, that is job outsourcing. Instead of creating those jobs here for the local operations, that will be your customers. You are now exporting the jobs the other side by transferring those operations to a different country. Another disadvantage that is, so disadvantage they increase the job outsourcing even in Uganda. Another one is the safety of intellectual property. The safety of intellectual property. So when we are saying intellectual property, what is an intellectual property? For those in the know, when you are saying this is intellectual property, what is intellectual property? Intellectual property. I think you might put time you might